Black Guido Spiders, Guido Rock Climbing, Sunday Vinday, Vinny versus Snooki, Snooki versus Jay Wow, Jersey Shore Family Vacation, AfterBuzz TV After Show Episode 2 coming up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Fist pump. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so excited.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation Episode 2. The series is just living up to everything we thought it would be. Keven Undergaro here in the house.
Wow.
Co-host, say something, my little meatballs.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so excited to be here. I promised you guys last time that I would bring out the poop, and I did in all its glory. I am Morgan Willett. Next to me.
And I'm Stacey Olivas, and I am so excited to be back with you guys, and I brought out the cheetah.
You guys, I mean, right? See, you followed suit with Daddy now, right?
Yeah,
we are Jersey Shore ready.
Fine.
We are fully, all right, listen, you guys, unbelievable episode. Like tonight, situation opens up about Italy, which I think is amazing, right? Okay, we have a lot of light stuff, the usual hijinks. We've got a stuffed up toilet. We've got a black Guido spider. We have a Guido rock climbing, like we said. But Dina's conversation with the boys about busting inside, which leads to just discussion on Ronnie, his girlfriend, a little bit of a tease there. And of course, the big story is Snooki, Giada, Vinny, JWoww, all coming up, you guys. We're also going to talk about the hot mess of the week. I have my thoughts. I'm sure you guys do
I have
too.
one too.
So fans in the chat, be ready to tell us what your hot mess of the week is. And of course, next week, tell us what your hot mess of the week is. We have news and Jersey Shore predictions, of course, as well. Let's start out with Situation having this sober conversation with Jenny.
He's really changed. Like, you could feel it. You can really see it. He's just really like, and I liked when he said that I went crazy in my 20s, and, you know, that's why I'm a good man in my 30s.
And honestly, it kind of all makes sense as to why he's come to this place. And I didn't put two and two together until he finally sat down and said all that. And I was like, oh, it was like an eye-opening. I get it. Because at first I was like, why is he here? Why is he not drinking? He sounds miserable. And now I'm like, it all makes sense.
And I give him so much credit, you guys. You said, listen, you guys don't even have a problem with alcohol. And you said during the Clevelander scene, I would die.
Yeah,
right?
I would just want to party and drink. I could not control myself there.
Physically could not be around people drink. Like, even I would want to have at least a sip of a drink. You know, something where you're holding it and feeling social. But props to him to just be there and eat his chicken nuggets in peace.
Well, I feel like he's eating up. You look at when they showed the old series, the old, you know, you saw he was thinner, more svelte. He's still in fantastic shape, let's face it.
Oh, yeah.
But he's definitely, you know, he's not as lean and svelte and mean, and he's probably eating because what else?
What else do you do?
Yeah, what else do you do?
You know, so on the one hand, we're going to have a sober situation, which is not maybe going to lead to as good of a situation TV-wise. Your thoughts?
I agree with that statement. I think he's going to kind of be in the background, but I think that's okay because I think he's been in so much drama in all the other seasons.
He carried us.
Yeah.
He did.
He carried us, and now it's like he's taking a step back. He can maybe be the voice of reason, and I feel like we're going to have plenty of other drama without him even having to be involved.
Yeah, I think he's going to play like the wise dad role that everyone's just going to give everyone advice about maybe their relationships, about life, about their kids, whatever. He's gonna be like
I never thought I'd be impressed with the situation's growth because creatively I always loved him, you know, the way he referred to himself and everything like that. But I'm torn because I'm here for the entertainment. All right? Let's have another 5 seasons of entertainment. Then after that, I'll get them to Tony Robbins. I'll get them to all the right people. Just live the next 5 years. Yeah. You're young. We'll straighten things out. So, but kudos to the guy. I mean, for really having that strength to not drink, smoke, nothing. And that just didn't look like fun.
No, it looked miserable.
It did.
But I mean, if that's what he needs to do to stay in a good place, so be it.
I think one, stay in a good place. Two, you know, he needs this job. He needs to stay on TV. I wonder if part of his probation he can't drink, and he hasn't been sentenced yet. But I wonder if that is involved at all.
I definitely think it's part of it. I think that's really like keeping him pretty sober.
Because when he goes to court for the court of public opinion, when so to speak, when he has to face the music, he can say, listen, I was drunk.
Right.
I wasn't paying my bills. I therefore wasn't paying my taxes. I was so messed up. Now I'm clean. I'm sober. and I'm ready to attack my problems.
Yeah, and jail time would keep me sober. I mean,
100%.
Right.
At all cost.
Well, then it makes me think, so the judge let him, he said, well, the judge is letting me go to Miami. I wonder if that was somehow tied into it. All right, we're letting
be.
you go to Miami, but you are not allowed to drink or be under the influence.
That's a great point, because if you were the judge and he goes and he's a hot mess, you might be culpable as a judge. So that could be part of it. And I think also if the judge did it, then it all makes sense that he would want to be on his best behavior. And remember, it's a crime of money. So you want to punish him, but guess what? At the end of the day, business is business. You want his money. You want his tax money.
True.
And if he's like, you want my money back, you want to punish me, but you also, at the end of the day, you want the money with interest. Let me go get it. And if you take away his ability to earn, then all you're going to be doing is spending money to incarcerate him. And then you're doubling down on the chances you're not going to get the money back, and then you're tripling down on him becoming a bigger mess because he can't pay that back. So it makes sense. And Jenny continues to be his. Do you notice even after the Clevelander when they came home, and I'm always watching closely, they're arm in arm, not sexual, but just a sweet,
very close.
Yeah, it's
like
nice.
a brother sister, older siblings, like more mature.
Jenny's definitely. We talked about this last week. She's definitely the big sis of the house, and even we'll get to it later, but the big sis, little sis fight between her and Snooki is apparent. And again, we'll talk about that later. Okay, on the lighter note, we have a black widow spider. I did not know there was such a creature, but apparently there is. Now, I know we go live right after the show. Any information, Booth, about a black widow spider? The habits, are they indigenous to the United States? Did they come in from Italy?
They fly.
So maybe they flew.
Snooki.
Maybe they flew from Italy. They migrated to Jersey probably around the turn of the 19th century.
Very
laid
old.
their roots down probably settled on Staten Island, Jersey, and then eventually moved to Florida either to escape the law or if it was just a snowbird winter thing. And I think that's it. So anyway. All right, so you confirmed it from the booth.
These are real spiders.
Yes, it's it's a black widow spider, and leave it to our cast on the show to accurately be able to assess the creature.
They're so intelligent.
brilliant.
Genius. All right, and who knew that Guidos could rock climb?
Oh my!
By the way, isn't it great
God.
when they come out of gym tan laundry or they come out of a club or whatever, how they're turtles on their backs? They're pretty useless.
Like any wholesome activity, I feel almost uncomfortable watching them do. I'm like, wholesome. Like this is what an 8-year-old does on his birthday party. Like Snooki shouldn't be rock climbing.
Yes.
It's weird.
But did you see the determination of Dina? Like she was
Booked it to the top.
she was a
Underdog.
focused meatball.
She was so focused. Underdog came in first too. And I thought it was really funny when they showed like a panoramic scene of the rock climbing wall, and it was pretty short.
like
it wasn't even
as
that
tall
tall.
as
They
our
were like
ceiling.
freaking out.
Children, these are Guidos. You took them out of their elements.
They don't know
that
what
was
to
very
do.
traumatic for them. Okay, these baby steps.
When it's funny that Vinny is Mr. Keto Guido, fitness and health, and he got a fourth of the way up this miniature rock wall and had to come back
Unbelievable.
down.
I will say, what's semi-frightening to me is that there is a population of people out there like these guys. Now, these guys have had fame, and therefore that's given them money and status and the ability to be part of society, pay taxes, other than situation. The frightening thing to me watching this is that this exists. And when I think of them existing, like I think other than gym tan laundry, pretty useless.
Not very much in physical
What do you think?
shape.
No, but I'm saying any tasks just seem relatively useless outside of gym tan laundry. But debate me.
No,
Am I right
fully
or wrong?
agree with you, but it's depressing.
It's so depressing!
So depressing.
Sorry, no, it's not. It's awesome. I love it.
I love watching
here's
it,
the thing.
but-
Okay, guys, here's what I always say. Why I hate it. Because I want to be them. Why do I have to go to work and be responsible? Why can't I be at the club popping bottles?
Oh,
and,
it looks so fun.
And vomiting and being obnoxious and then go to the gym and then get my tan on and my house is always a mess and who cares?
It's the
but
life.
I can't do it. But that's why I hate them. Because I want to be them.
A little jealous.
Oh, I'm
Yes, I'm totally.
They just live a life of pure, no responsibility.
Just no cares. Oh, it's
And wouldn't that be
wonderful.
nice?
Yes.
Just follow them.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is why am the biggest fan. You know, I've always said to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, just please, if I'm ever blessed enough to get cancer all through my body, my Make-A-Wish is please just one night with the team of the Jersey Shore.
Yes, to be
just one night, right?
gosh.
That's all. It's not a lot to ask.
So much fun.
Okay.
What a wish.
Right? You know what? You know who's not very Jersey Shore-like? Maria Menounos.
Oh, Maria, no, she is not. This definitely could be their inspiration and motivation. And you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life. For those who do, we've got the podcast for you, the most inspirational lady out there right now.
Amen.
Yes. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life, from health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. You guys, it's free.
Free is my favorite word.
Free.
I love that word.
Yes.
Speaks to my soul.
Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know it is us who sent you.
That's right.
The panel of Jersey
Most
Shore.
importantly,
Yes.
because we are the Jersey Shore panel, which means we're completely narcissistic. It's all about us. Go rate and comment. And the most important thing is you have to say the AfterBuzz TV Jersey Shore crew sent you there,
Yes.
bitches.
Yes.
That's all we care about.
Yes.
Right?
Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Check it out now.
You know what? We
It's
just
amazing.
we just taped this week's, and I will tell you, she has. It is the complete opposite of our show. She had this guy Wim Hof on. He's super famous. The way he's able to transfer his body to beat illness, to beat.
Wow.
Yeah, he speaks at all the Tony Robbins conferences. He's amazing. Julian Lennon was on, giving a lot of Beatles talk, which was amazing.
so
And then you know what? I opened the show. Yours truly, Keven Undergaro. Yeah, this week's a good week, but no, there's unbelievable, helpful, and free information on that show. So we'll give them just a little bit of credit, but for this 45 minutes, it's all about
trashy reality TV.
Hell yeah, it's all about GTL bitches. Okay, listen. Dina and the boys talking about busting inside. Now, here's all I could think about during this. Do you guys get busted inside? Just saying. I busted inside this morning with my wife.
Hell,
One of the best things about being married
No.
is you can bust inside. Okay, your thoughts?
But okay, see, I'm not married. So that is my number one thing. It's like, it cannot happen until you're married. So
Period, end of story.
period, end of story. Unless it's just like accidental.
Okay.
But like in that case, I would be so upset with the guy. Like, I feel like that is the guy's responsibility.
Okay, but you don't get lost in the moment and say, I want it, or no?
Unless you're really drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
maybe-
So that's what I'm saying.
Blacked out
The
drunk.
GTL lifestyle. The GTL lifestyle. The
That's
best
true.
lifestyle. I hate my life.
But I don't want
I had to get married. I had to get married to have the life that these guys have. But Vinny makes a good point. Like Dina and her husband.
That's weird to me.
That's weird. Yeah.
You know, Howard Stern, his wife, same thing. They say it all the time. Yeah, I don't. You know,
Why?
I think it's a
Really?
healthier form of birth control, to be honest.
Okay.
Because taking a pill, you guys, you know, my wife did it for years, and it isn't healthy.
See, that's funny because I've been on birth control since like high school.
Probably to regulate, right?
Yeah, to regulate.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it's so casual now.
Yeah.
It's like now they put 12-year-olds on birth control, and
Yeah.
it's like that
not
can't
good.
technically be
I
healthy.
think it can affect your pregnancies later. I mean,
Interesting.
to give out a little bit of the tea.
No.
We're trying, and it's hard. We
Really?
think it's one of the reasons. Yeah, I mean, another reason why is probably psychologically she wants to vomit every time I'm on top of her, but that's probably like mentally like preventing her. But needless to say, yeah, he makes it. But I think she's actually being healthy because that's a healthy form of birth control. But not fun.
But the men don't like
Yeah,
it.
there's
No, it's awful if you get married. Like, no, what did I marry you for? I want to bust inside you.
So I wonder
And by the
if-
way, being busted inside, I'm with Dina on that. Not the nicest way to put it,
Right?
right?
Can we?
Gives you
Yeah,
a
they need
mental
they need a new
picture.
word for that. Not ejaculate either, because I also hate that
Well,
word.
that's so scientific.
Right.
and
So we need a happy medium.
blowing loads inside.
Oh my God, no, that's worse than busting.
No.
That sounds like you're
Dumping
vomiting.
loads, dropping loads. No.
I just like finishing. I think like what you
Finishing.
said, finishing.
Finishing it
Because
off.
that's true.
It's so unglamorous. It's so boring. The Ronnie girlfriend call, if this doesn't say so much.
There's no connection there. from that
That's the
conversation.
biggest red flag I've ever heard.
Okay, well, we learned a lot. She's got a 12-year-old, and how hilarious is Vinny? Like, wait, that's Ronnie's age.
He's almost as old as Ronnie, right?
12-year-old is very old. So I wondered, that makes me wonder, how old is she versus Ronnie? Or did she just have the kid at, like, say, 16?
I feel it was an 18 or 16. I feel like that.
Right,
but
that same.
It makes me think that because we've said Ronnie is 32, really 21, right? And which is most guys. It's not just knocking Ronnie. It's a sign of the times. Maybe he would want someone older and more mommy-like. Like, you know, maybe he has mommy issues where he wants someone older and, you know, more mature to kind of run the show.
To take care of him, maybe.
Yes, but being that he's 21, you can see the connection was just there. And the boys were noticing it.
Like,
It
Paulie's
was
face
so
says it all.
awkward.
He's just, like, staring, like, almost confused. Like,
Yes.
and let's remember, they haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah.
They haven't talked, and their conversation consisted of, like, 3 sentences, and it was all one-word answers.
Here, I'm just tired.
Well,
That's
it reminded
weird.
me of the high school girlfriend-boyfriend relationship.
Yeah.
Remember the good-looking like couples would get together and it would be like, it just was one-dimensional. It just
Right.
it was, and you'd almost even wonder, what do they talk about?
Like, it's all superficial. There's really no deep connection between the two, no
Like,
vulnerability.
I would
none
love
of
to
that.
know how they met.
I mean,
like,
can we just on a side note say we were all saying this? Is Paulie D just not the rock star, true
love
rock
him.
star? He's a rock star in real life, and he's a rock
Savior
star.
of this season.
And I just,
Love
I
him.
think that you know why? Because he is so super successful. That out of all of them, I think he's the most successful, and he is so secure. He doesn't care. I think and being in Vegas and dealing with all the women and stuff he's dealing with. He's not. I don't think he's at. He might play around like all those guys kind of do. I want to meet the right one. It's not
He doesn't.
true. No, and him and Vinny are the funniest on this to me. But he's on.
Superstar.
I'm right. He's my guy this
Superstar
week.
Guido.
can we?
Superstar Guido.
The best comment was between him and Vinny whenever they're like, why do you need a ring? Like, I'm just going to give a girl an apple.
An
and
apple.
An apple.
Genius.
Honestly,
I'm gonna eat it.
Vinny, I'll take your apple. Sure. Propose to me with an apple.
We'll take him.
Interesting. Ron hangs up the phone and he goes, "Yeah, Sammy," to the Samaquin, to the Sammy doll. He goes, "Yeah, Sammy, that's how you talk to her." He is definitely still in love. But
He's
again,
like
it's
a toddler.
that 16. He was 16 and in love with, in his mind, that was his 16-year-old girlfriend when he was 16, and now he's 21 and he's still thinking about his 16. That's what I think.
I think he's just honestly really bitter she didn't come, knowing like I think deep down he wanted her there. I think
sure.
he wanted to see her, and he is so butthurt that she decided
Right.
to be kind of mature and help her relationship. And I think he's just taking out all his anger towards her.
And I think from the last reality show I saw him on, he's in love with being in love.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I really think he's just he's yeah.
He needs to have someone.
I think so. Listen, if you guys agree with us or disagree, please go to YouTube, like and comment. We do read the comments. We try to respond to them as best we can. It does help us a ton, keep us on point. Also, go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and comment there as well. That really, really helps us if you're listening. And we also do fan shout-outs, too, for those people who do. And I will just tease you with this. Tell us who your hot mess of the week is, okay? So leave it on YouTube or iTunes. Let us know who your hot mess is, and we'll be doing that on a weekly basis. And I know what we love about Jersey Shore is it does tend to rotate, right, children?
Oh.
So we love that, and later on we'll be telling you our hot
All
mess of the week.
sorts of
Who Morgan? Who are some of the fan shout-outs?
We have some great fans on YouTube.
What are you guys' Jersey Shore names?
Well, we were trying to think.
We
Okay,
were talking about it.
I think hers should be, instead of Snooki, Stookie.
Stooky's not bad.
Stookie, that's all I can think of. Me,
All right.
I got nothing.
We got
Morgan.
nothing.
Morgan.
All right,
We need
listen,
some.
listen. All right, so Morgan Willett, full name. States, what's full name?
Stacey Olivas.
Olivas. Okay, kids, we're going to throw it out to you fans.
Help us out.
Viewers on YouTube, listeners on iTunes, I want you to help us out. We need Jersey Shore names for the girls, for our little meatballs, okay? We need Jersey Shore names. Keven Undergaro!
No
Yes,
one
Fan
knows.
shout-outs,
All right,
Morgan.
fans, you guys are awesome. We had Clarence K on YouTube
Oh, love
comment.
Clarence.
Such a cutie. Love you guys. He especially loves you, Stacey. Big
Stacey!
shout out.
He's going to love you a lot more when he sees how you dress now.
Oh, yeah. He said that he's happy happy Sam wasn't there because Ron was obsessed with her in that episode. If she was there, he would have tried to get back with her and bring back season 1 to 3 vibes. Amen to that, Clarence K.
Yeah.
We also had Ronnie Jr. randomly. Love the name, by the way, Ronnie Jr. randomly. He actually agreed with your point, Kevin, that Sammy's stock is going up and production should make it a point to offer her what she needs financially. So he agreed with you. He also said that he loves the show. The show is too damn good. It's his guilty pleasure, and keep fist pumping. We will, just for you, Ronnie Jr.
Alrighty. Sunday, Vin Day. We're at the Clevelander. Now, we've established the Clevelander is going to be the karma.
The new karma.
For this place. And let's talk about Snooki Vinny. Okay, I want your thoughts. I have very strong thoughts on this. I want to hear yours.
That was a super awkward situation. I feel like she's really terrified. Like, she wants no Vinny not near her at all because she's freaked out. Like, what will Gianni do?
So it's clear she's freaked out.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about that?
I put myself in her position and I'd be terrified too. Because especially if you're away for a month, away from your family, and not really having contact.
They hooked up. It's
While
not
she
like
was
flirt
dating-
steak.
yeah.
It's
And
not
you're-
flirt steak. It's they had intercourse, correct?
Yes.
They busted?
multiple times, I think. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And it's like they're in the same house.
Right.
I mean, if I was a significant other, if I was her husband,
And remember,
I'd be jealous
Johnny's
as hell.
young. It's not like when you hit my age, you start going, okay, whatever. You're just too tired to fight it. And you go, what will be, will be. He's at that like young age, full of testosterone, insecure, but I get it, right? Drinks flowing. They've proven to be hot messes in the past. Morgan, your thoughts?
I mean, I have to put myself in her shoes, and I think about a past boyfriend. Like, he wouldn't even like me hanging out with my guy friends that I didn't hook up with. So imagine, like,
right. Well, again, young boyfriends. You guys are
you hooked up with a guy, you're living with him, and all of a sudden, all the alcohol's flowing. I'd be doing the same exact thing. I mean, this is her husband. She has kids with him. I wouldn't want any extra drama. I'm sure they already have their own family drama. I will
give you a little insight. When I watched her on
back.
Dancing with the Stars, she was, you just tend to bond with your partner, and you guys get all gooey. Some people hook up, but even the ones who don't, there's such an emotional exchange in a dance, and you're touching each other continually. You're not sleeping a lot. You're working so hard. She purposely was get away, because, and I think it was because
her husband.
I think he's a jealous little meatball. Again, he's a young guy, and that's what young guys are like. And she adores him, and I get it. I actually, I'm the first one when Snooki talks about, I'm a mom, and I'm all about, like, you need to spend time on you, mom. And to me, that's so millennial mom, because millennial moms, like, word to millennial moms, it's always about you. So don't worry, you've got plenty of me time. You're not at a loss for it. But anyway, she advertised that, and of course, all the other millennial moms, who it's all about them, just get the green light to say, wow, now I can make it even more about me than it already is. That being said, I'm with Snooki on this. Okay, like, come on, leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Respect her. I get it. I really do. And he's drunk.
He's drunk, half naked.
And that makes it more awkward.
I'm with her on this.
I will say, though, I think I do agree with what JWoww. I think JWoww is
all right. So let's take it to JWoww,
Okay,
so Jenny and Snooki.
So JWoww gets into it, and I agree with JWoww. I think it wouldn't hurt Snooki to go up to Vinny and be like, here is a ground rule. This is why I feel this way. Let's just keep our distance. Like, don't dry hump me. This is why. And I think that would help. I think Snooki is being, while I agree with her, just a little kind of overdramatic
But
and
he
immature.
was being all sloppy and
He
all
was.
over her and drunk. Right, go ahead, Stacey.
No, it was like Keto Guido attack in the confessional.
Right.
That was horrible. I think that it's like common sense. You're at this age, like, don't.
Like, I get Jenny being the
yourself.
peacemaker to the
Yeah.
house, and she's definitely
Yeah.
the big sis. But I think that in this situation, she could have said, Snooks, I get it. And Vinny, come on,
Validate
back
her.
off. You
Right.
know it freaks her out. And you guys did smush. You guys were DTF, okay? Like, and her husband's at home watching you guys. We're all drinking. We're all a fucking shit show here. Like, anything can happen, and we're gonna see shit happen,
Yeah.
as we're already gonna see in predictions. So I kind of think this is one time that.
But does she really have to explain that to Vinny? Should he already know?
Well, he's drunk, and he's a boy.
Well,
you guys, I already
Well, I
told
don't
you
know.
30
I don't
is the new
know.
20.
The instance I'm thinking about is when she, like, gets in the cab and she's like, I won't sit by you.
Yeah.
You know, like that was the one instance
Well,
I was
right,
like,
right.
maybe she could be like, hey, like in the future.
But we don't know in
let's not.
editing. We don't
That's
know in editing what happened all day.
Maybe
Remember,
he's been hitting on her. You
That's
don't
true.
know.
That is very
and they
true.
finished their cocktails, so they already were like starting to drink.
That's
you know.
true.
Who knows?
I'm interested.
But it was interesting to see. I love when Snooki goes, Jay, wow. Wasn't it great? 9 years of friendship and blah, blah, blah. It is the big sister and little sister. Is it not?
The way Snooki reacted to her was totally big sister, little sister.
That's
Right.
exactly
You're
how
an
me and
idiot.
my
Everything.
sister argue.
Yes.
She's older. When I get mad, I do the same thing. I clap in her face. I
I
call
love
her.
that. How do I do the clap? Can you show me the clap, you guys, when you argue?
You're like, what are you doing?
Okay,
Get it
do it,
together.
Stace. Okay.
Get it together.
Okay. Oh, I love that. I want to do that. I see it all the time. I love
You
it.
just gotta do like
You
a
gotta
head
do it.
shake.
And then you do just the clap and no fling of the hand. Yeah, fling of the hand at the end. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, when we do, all right, we're gonna announce Hot Mess of the Week. Can we do it with the clap?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right,
Clap it
Stacey.
out.
Of the week,
Stace, who is your hot mess of the week?
Hot mess of the week is Vinny. Hands down, Vinny was the hot mess of the week. And the quote I loved so much from him was when he said, Sunday is Vin Day, the Lord's Day, and on the seventh day, it will be lit.
Someone put that on a T-shirt.
Yes, please. I need that shirt
Right now. Right
We
now.
need
So we can go burn
Right
it.
now.
And wear it next
Copyright
week.
it, sell it. You'll make millions. I'm telling you.
Morgan?
All right, my hot mess of the week. I gotta go with Vinny as well. I'd say it's a tie between, I think, Vinny and Snooki. I think both of them are hot messes in very different ways. I think Snooki had a reason to be a hot mess, and I think Vinny was just drunk.
I think you gotta pick one. I have to do the clap. You have to pick one. Bitch, you have to pick one. There's only one hot mess of the week.
Vinny. I pick Vinny. Vinny's
Okay.
my hot mess.
I'm not
He's-
good at the
you're gonna do
clap, you
that
guys. I
now.
have to learn the clap.
Honestly, I think Vinny needs to eat some carbs, and I think he'd be okay.
Listen, Vinny,
got so
you're right
drunk.
at the end, but it's interesting because now you swayed me. I was gonna say Vinny, but Snooki, the lost ring, crying to dad,
Amen.
right? She fights with Vinny, then she fights with Jay Wow, and I'm gonna say Snooki's my hot mess. Snooki's my hot mess of the week, bitch.
Love it.
I'm not good at that. All right, I'm gonna get good at the clap, you guys.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
killing it.
60 years old doing this show. Okay, you guys, let us go to Jersey Shore news. Yes.
Ooh, we have some good news.
Let's get news, Boof. Come on.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Ooh, the lights. All right, we've got some good news for you guys. This one actually blew my mind when I read it. Snooki revealed that the only income she got on the very first season of filming Jersey Shore was $200 a week in the form of a gift card from the Shore store. That is it. She had no payment. By the end of season 6, she was getting $150K per episode.
Damn.
So it's just
Wow.
interesting to
That's quite
show
a jump.
how much they blew up.
I don't know if I believe it.
Really?
Yes, because I'll tell you why. There's legal reasons.
That's what I would. 'Cause
Yeah, there's legal reasons. You couldn't do that. So, but it would be I could see it in the form of under $1,000 a week. I mean, you know,
Right.
from Big
Well, that's
Brother.
what I was gonna say. I'm sure she got a stipend. They'll give you what would cover your normal living. So I'm sure she got $1,000 for rent.
You've got to
for
get
life.
you've got to get something because it's against the law.
Yeah, and they
Right.
said that it was store credit for the
So
t-shirt
maybe
store
that's
that
just
they
what
worked
they quote unquote like
I mean,
earned
listen, it
for
all
the summer.
sounds well. Maybe she said for working at the store, maybe. But
Okay.
listen, she made not peanuts.
Nothing.
But to make nothing, I don't buy that because it's against the law.
Right.
It's MTV's a big corporation. I will say this though, and this is why I laugh at reality stars because they love to they blow through all their money, they abuse their fame, and then by the end of it, it's like oh my god, $800 a week, bitch. MTV, I would pay you $2,000 a week, not just even partying the Jersey Shore, but to look what their lives. They're all in friggin' mansions and whatever. They got that from what? From being on the Jersey Shore. So guess what? Millennials, work the first year, 2 years, whatever. Put in any time you have
Take
to.
your
Yes.
200 gift
Fuck
card
yeah.
and run
Like-
with it.
Fucking A.
All right, well, next up, Jersey Shore Family Vacation. The first 2 episodes broke records as the most watched unscripted cable premiere in 6 years. There was 10 million viewers in that first weekend. Love it.
That is, I
That's
am
amazing.
thrilled.
That makes me
We just got another
so
6
happy.
seasons.
Oh my
6?
gosh.
I mean, yeah, they got the 6 last time. Yeah,
we'll get
I
6
think
for
for
sure.
sure
For
because
sure.
because with audiences fragmenting, and even we were seeing tonight they're having an ad for the X on the Beach.
X on the Beach.
With, and I was telling you guys, I think MTV has finally conceded that 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds are on YouTube. They're not on that channel anymore, and they've got to now cater to the 25 and older
34,
crowd,
yeah.
right? That will always watch. So you can see the programming. So I'm thinking Jersey Shore is going to stay around a while, guys.
Oh, and I'm excited. And then last for our news.
I still think, a little tips, I might say, I still think that they should be able to bring in a new person. And I don't mean Angeline. I think because what happens is, it's like the Housewives. It just gives you leverage not to bankrupt the show. So they don't all get together and say, we need $500,000 an episode, which I want to see our kids get paid. But at the same time, I can see a show get bankrupted too. This is happening with American Idol. I don't know how they're going to make that money back for the numbers they're getting.
How are they still in the airs?
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Well, with all the money they put out, they probably it won't make it another year. You know, and so and as huge fans of the show, we don't want to see that. So I've always said, even the original thing, season 3, we needed new blood. It was getting tired. You know,
They need to bring new singles.
Yeah, and you gotta have singles.
I think they should do that, and I want to see Ronnie's baby mama. I think she would just
don't worry. There's plenty. I
need her.
They're saving it. They're saving it.
She would be gold.
And that'll be future seasons. Please continue.
All right,
Sorry.
last up on our news. This is an interesting one. Didn't know Snooki and Dina had a famous friend, but they were recently seen in good old Beverly Hills, which is right down the road from us, kind of. They were with Kendra Wilkinson having a little lunch and I think talking over her recent divorce. So they were hanging out. Snooki posted a fun little boomerang. So if you want to go creep on her, if you want to go stalk the place they were at, you can go get lunch there.
I'm really happy because when Dina did AfterBuzz a bunch of times, one of the last times we interviewed her, she was saying she was a little sad after the show because she was not as close with Snooki anymore. Kind of life went on. Snooki was busy with motherhood, her show, Jenny, all that stuff, and they weren't as close. So I'm glad that this has reconnected them because
like
Dina is so genuine, right?
Yeah, I love her.
I mean, Jenny is too, but I mean, let's face it, they're all genuine. So that's probably not the word. But she's also very decent.
Yeah,
like,
I think she's a very loyal friend, too.
I think she's a good friend. I see her as being like, she's going to be the fun aunt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You think,
super
like,
cute.
She's gonna be that drunk aunt who gives the kids their first beer or something.
Right. Yeah, I'm a Dina fan. I really am.
Big Dina fan.
You guys, quickly, that must wrap our news.
That is all for
week.
the news this week.
All right, let's go to predictions.
Oh my God.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh my God.
Ronnie.
It all involves Ronnie.
Back to his cheating ways.
Oh my God, I love him. So really, someone had mentioned a lot of Ronnie hate. No, Ronnie, love Ronnie, need Ronnie. He's phenomenal. Kids, talk to me about Ronnie.
I think Ron's gonna cheat, and he has a baby mama back home, and he doesn't give a crap about her. So
I think it is. Oh my God, I just want to fast forward to next week because I think everything is going to implode, and I am living for it. There's not even a question if he cheats or not. He asked if the door locks.
Well, there's that issue, and right, and then the other issue. I mean, it's like he's a good-looking guy, super famous. He's gonna get better ass on this series than he ever did in the past ones, especially without Sam there. But he also goes to battle with Dina, so we see that as a little tease too. So once again, I think we'll be tuning in, right?
Yeah. Oh,
now,
I will be there.
Will we be changing out the outfits? I brought some different outfits too. I'm going to be, because I really want to impress everyone at the club.
Yeah.
We're rotating.
We're rotating.
All right, children, where in the heck do we find you?
Well, you can find me all over social media at Stacey Olivas. We love hearing from you. Hit us up.
And then you can find.
Sorry.
I'm just really anxious about social media. You can find me at on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. This is confusing because I have 2 different names.
Morgan_Willett.
Morgan_Willett on Instagram. If you want to follow me, I'm all over that. It's at Morgan Lee Willett.
What other shows do you guys do here?
Vanderpump Rules, and I also do Love at First Flight.
Love it. Oh my God, is Love at First Flight good?
It's so good.
Really?
I've heard
already
amazing
addicted
things.
to
Oh
it.
no!
It's
All
so
right,
good.
because you know what? Because
out.
I'm a huge fan of Married at First Sight, and of course all the 90 Day Fiance, whatever. And all right, I'm in.
This is a good one. You got to tune in.
All right, I'm in.
And we've already had a lot of different cast members on our show, and we're going to keep on having more and more from the show. So every week we have one. Usually.
Nice. All right, Morgan.
Amazing.
What do you do here?
I do AfterBuzz Weekly. I actually just filmed it today. We have so many fun things going on at AfterBuzz, so tune in for that. Also, Dancing with the Stars comes.
Oh,
at
no,
the,
you didn't.
At the end of April, we're starting it back
all right,
up.
Can I drop some more tea?
Oh,
Yes.
drop all the tea.
So, this is a tough one.
Oh,
so Tanya Harding is going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm a Boston guy,
Shut
so
up.
I'm very team Nancy Kerrigan. In fact, I even hate saying it because the biggest insult to Nancy is that they're forever paired, which just sucks.
Right.
Let's just say I didn't hear from Nancy, but I heard from friends of hers. And
Okay.
we're just disappointed in ABC for that.
That's.
I mean, I know it gets some ratings, but it just anyway. If you know the whole story,
it is.
That's
very controversial of
she
them.
knew about that, and I'm not saying she shouldn't be forgiven, but anyway, that's not the Jersey Shore, but we'll talk about it on Dancing with the Stars.
Excited. Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars coming up. You guys, I do Billions. Will be Sunday night. We do the Billions after show here. I also do the Bar Rescue after show. The Bar Rescue after show needs some love. I got away from it for a little while, and we've lost a little bit of our fan base, so to speak. So yeah, come check us out on Bar Rescue, and of course I have the Tomorrow Show, which is Wednesday nights live, and then also available on iTunes as well. You guys, keep fist pumping, get drunk this weekend. GTL, Smush, DTF.
Do it all.
Bust inside the whole thing, and then tell us about it next week. We'll be back next Thursday night, bitches.
Yeah, cabs are here. Woo!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.